Okay, everybody, so the first thing I'm going to do with my ribs is I'm going to wash them. These are some rib tips that I got. This one you can see is extremely fatty. Can't do nothing about that. I got these rib tips at Walmart. Yeah. And always try to clean your meat before you cook it, okay? So we're going to make us some nice, pretty, tender ribs today, okay? Okay, so on this piece, as you can see here on my rib tip, it's got a piece hanging off. And it's kind of fatty right there, so I'm going to cut that off. Okay, it's a lot of fat on this one. See how that meat is? So I'm going to trim off. For me, I'm going to trim off this fat off the top of this piece. And this is for a lot of meats, y'all. Get you some all-purpose seasoning, and just sprinkle your all-purpose seasoning on your meat, okay? You can just use some all-purpose seasoning, some regular salt, and some black pepper, okay? Okay. Flavor of anything, okay? Liquid smoke, okay? We're just gonna use a little bit. Got a cheats on. And we're gonna rub the liquid smoke. It'll come out. Okay, just a little bit. Bit of flavor. Trust me, it's gonna add some flavor to it. Add a little cumin. If nobody ever told you, put a little cumin on your ribs, okay? Just a little bit of cumin. Okay, so now it's time for me to get in here and grind and get all this stuff mixed up together, okay? But you can use whatever seasonings of your choice. I'm just gonna show you how to get it tender in the oven at the right temperature. Okay, so I have allowed my ribs to sit out for 15 minutes. I'm going to place them in the oven at 275 degrees. The approximate cook time on these ribs, the way that I'm cooking them, will be 3 to 4 hours. So I'm going to place them in the oven at 275 for an hour and 45 minutes before I check them. Okay, so these are my ribs after 1 hour and 45 minutes. In the oven at 275 degrees. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I am just going to spritz them with some canola oil. You can use some butter. It doesn't matter. Okay. And now I am going to place these back in my oven for 50 more minutes. 50 more minutes. The juice that's at the bottom. Okay, after the 50 minutes, I'm going to take my ribs out of the pan with the wire rack. I'm going to place it in another pan and wrap it completely in aluminum foil. And after I get it completely, all of my ribs in the second pan, I'm going to wrap them in aluminum foil. And I'm going to pour some beef broth in the pan. Wrap it up real good, and I'm going to place it in the oven. Okay, y'all, so it's time for me to put some barbecue sauce on my ribs, on these oven-baked ribs. They already tender. I don't want them to fall off the bone, so we're not going to do that today. I mean, like, they tender. You can go ahead and eat them. You don't have to cook these for 3 hours in the oven. Okay, so I'm gonna put these back in the oven, and I'm gonna allow these to cook and get some of this sauce cooked on these ribs. Okay. Okay, so I'm pulling my ribs out of the oven for the last time before I get ready to hit them under the broiler. And I want you guys to see what they look like. Yes, it is a long process in making oven baked ribs, but if you do it the right way, they will be tender and delicious and very tasty, okay? Especially with that brown sugar and butter that you place on there with your barbecue sauce. It is so delicious. Look at them. All that steam coming off those ribs. They were so delicious. So this is after I hit them under the broiler for 5 minutes. And this is the final reveal of what they look like, y'all. I was so ready to eat these ribs, y'all just don't know. And they tasted so delicious. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to leave comments. Tell me how you make your oven baked ribs, or even if you do like oven baked ribs or if you don't. So thanks for tuning in to my channel. This is Cooking with TK. Please don't forget to like this video, share it out with your friends and your family, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed. Peace and have a great day.